Welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Today our topic, as you have seen the many books in my hand. This is a small collection of my books, and someday I will show you the whole collection of my books, and this will enlighten your brain, because after all these are the books, and books can tremendously improve your English language. How? In sentence formation, in getting the right vocabulary and using, and the most important thing is how to use them in the right context. Now the question arises here is that what kind of books should we select? Because first of all you should have to know, and you should have to keep in your mind the very first thing, your level. Because if you are enjoying the books relating to the childhood age, relating to the story books, or relating to the books which are belonging to the kids, you will definitely enjoy, but you will not improve your level. Because if you belong to an intermediate level, but if you are still lingering with your stage 1 level or the beginner or starter level, so very first thing, the very first objective you should have to keep in your mind is your level, whether you belong to the beginner level or intermediate level or an advanced level. Because if you cross your intermediate level, you are in the position to select the literature for you. I will not say the books for you, I will say the genre of literature, in which kind of books you are interested. For example, the comics books, the tragedy books, the mysterious novel, the detective novels, what kind of books you are interested. At an advanced level, you are familiar with your taste as well. So according to your taste, according to your level, you have to select your books. I have selected different kind of books, and by selecting these kind of books, if you belong to an intermediate level or if you belong to a beginner level, you have to select what kind of books. Because books can elevate your vocabulary level, books can elevate your ideas, information, and you are quite confident with your ideas. Because after all, when you are in the conversation, you have to speak to someone on the basis of your knowledge. If this storehouse, if this box called brain is filled with ideas, you can definitely impress the other one, you can definitely educate the other one. If this box is empty, without any thought, without any ideas or knowledge, you are not in the position to teach to anyone. This is the reality. So first of all I will tell you different things, then I will give you a story book, I will teach or I will elaborate a story for you to just imagine what kind of content you are absorbing. Because in this revolutionary period, in this digital period where mobile phones, smart mobile phones are in everyone's access, but the usage is wrong. How the usage is wrong? Because we are highly addicted to use internet, Facebook, WhatsApp. We love to scroll down the Facebook, the reels, or we just love to scroll down the shorts. We imagine and we enjoy the shorts rather than to read the books. But once you get the taste of reading these books, you will come across, you will enjoy reading these books. Because reading books is an important activity. You have to inculcate this activity, because reading books cannot be compared with scrolling any media, any social media. Reading books can decrease your depression, your anxiety. Because if you are in the lap of reading books, you will calm down, or you can control your emotions, you can control your depression and anxiety, and you will feel yourself in another world. Definitely. So first of all, when I was a student, I first of all purchased the small pocket dictionary. This was my first collection. This was my first collection, and as you can see the condition of this dictionary, I utilized it many times in my educational career. This was my pocket dictionary. This was my first dictionary which I bought through my pocket money. So this is the huge treasure, and I kept it in my library. I will show you the huge collection of my books and definitely their benefits. So the second dictionary which I purchased was a huge collection. It was an Oxford dictionary. So you can see the condition of these books. I have utilized these many times. So now we are talking about the benefits. First, if you are at your beginner level, you have to study the childish books, story books, the kids books. Why kids books? Why? Because you are addicted to social media, and if you have to, if I just say you that you have to study this novel Gulliver's Travels, or if you have to study Heart of Darkness, or you have to study just linguistics books, or Tale of Two Cities, or I recommend you For Whom the Bell Tolls. These are some of the literary books. If I recommend you, you should start with these books. So definitely they will not arise curiosity in you. So the very first step, if you are just a beginner, you have to develop your taste. You have to force yourself to study storybooks. Why storybooks? Like these storybooks. These kind of storybooks are very small, short storybooks you have to inculcate in yourself. Because storybooks just arouse your curiosity, what next is going to happen, and the sentence structures and the vocabulary in these storybooks is highly amazing. So the very first storybook I have, my first words. So I will read a paragraph or a page for you to understand how you are enriching your vocabulary, how you are collecting a storehouse for knowledge or for yourself to communicate. For example, my first words: sitting beside his friends and playing Ludo, Wujahat patiently waited for story time when Sister Amna would make them to go to their beds. She would set blankets on them and then place her chair near the beds to start telling a story with a smile on her face and made her whole face twinkle. Now you are watching, she is not describing the story. You are not coming across only the words, but the expressions. How her face is twinkling, how her face is smiling with a shine, and how kids are attached with you. Now you will come across how to use the words in the right context. So the very first thing you have to select is to choose short story books, or the kids story books, or the stories books with pictures. And the best thing is that you just have to go to a bookshop and then ask the bookshop or the person who is selling the books that show me the storybooks with pictures. He will give you and he will demonstrate multiple story books or dozens of storybooks in front of you, and you can select according to your own taste. This is very much important, and start with storybooks. But if you have jumped from your beginner level and you are moving towards your next level, that is intermediate level, then you should not read these storybooks, because these are for the arousing curiosity. This is the first step, and if you have just finished this first stage, then you have to enter into the intermediate stage. You should have to study the comic books, or you should study the novels. Why novels? I have selected a very important novels, For Whom the Bell Tolls by Hemingway, and Old Man and the Sea by also Hemingway. A Tale of Two Cities, very important novel by Dickens. Here he has elaborated A Tale of Two Cities. Next is Gulliver's Travel. Here he has described the different voyages of Gulliver. Now next is Heart of Darkness. This is the voyage of author towards the heart of darkness, that is in fact Africa. And next is linguistics. You can study according to your own taste, and I highly recommend that if you belong to an intermediate level, you should study these novels. And if you are passionate about increasing your vocabulary, then you have to study Exploring the Word of English according to your own taste. I am not forcing you, I am just recommending the best books for you. And if you can if you want to improve your grammar, then you have to study this Wren and Martin books, a highly recommended book by all the English teachers and trainers. Now, I have also kept my college magazine Amber, where I used to write down my stories, my writings, and I was the student editor of this storybook. So it was the editorial written or published by my college, and I was the editor of this college magazine Amber. I have written so many writings in my Amber magazine, and if you are interested about current affairs, you can study the current affair books. And if you want to improve, if you want to have a sophisticated knowledge about grammar, you can study also English learners English. Here you will find the huge vocabulary according to your own taste. Now, the very important and very complex and philosophical novel, if you want to study, is The Sea. So choice is yours, because benefits of reading books are very huge, very large. And after reading all these books, very important thing is to maintain your journal. Maintain your journal, because you have to write down what you are studying. What you are studying, you have to write down in your own words. This is very important thing. You have read the story of the sea, or you have just read what is in the For Whom the Bell Tolls, or if you have just read A Tale of Two Cities. This Tale of Two Cities is written by Dickens, but when you will translate them, when you will write it in your own words, this will be A Tale of Two Cities by yours. So reading books can make your knowledge vast, can make you confident English speaker. So make it a habit, forcefully make it a habit to study and to read books, at least one page every day, and you will see tremendous and significant change in your English language. So till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much with this. And if you have a large collection of books, then definitely let me know in the comment section, because I am eagerly waiting for your highly appreciable or appreciated comments for me to read books and to make you fluent English speaker. Till the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.